チャスカがチームにいるとき、チーム内の自身のキャラクターが敵を倒すと年素が一定量回復します。夜魂のカゴ状態にあるとき、チャスカは手綱を手にスピリットリボルバーに乗って伏竜と同じように空を飛び上がり、高度を調節したりしながら自由自在に飛ぶことができます。さらに移動速度と中断耐性がアップするんです。いやー、かっこいいですよ。
すごいですよ。空からだとこんな景色が眺める、られると。
そう、しかも、リボルバーに乗ってますからね。
うわー、すごいよ。
いやー、なんかかっこよさ一個突き抜けてます。そしてチャスカはこれ以外にも超越した集中力を持っています。夜魂のカゴ状態にあるとき、チャスカが通常攻撃を放つと前方の敵に風元素ダメージを与えます。夜魂のカゴ状態で銃撃を行うと特殊な照準モードに入り、弾丸を装填して一定範囲内の一定数の敵を狙い、最大6発のシャドウチェイサー弾を放って風元素ダメージを与えます。チーム内に炎、水、氷または雷のキャラクターが1名いるごとにシャドウチェイサー弾1発の元素タイプが変化し、対応する元素ダメージを与えます。ということでですね、うまくチームを組めばチャスカはいろんな元素のダメージを一人で与えられるようになるわけです。その元素の拡散反応も起こせるわけですね。さらにチャスカは元素爆発でもこの能力を発揮します。チャスカが元素爆発を発動するとソウルリーパー弾烈風を一発放ち風元素ダメージを与えます。その後ソウルリーパー弾烈風は6発のソウルリーパー弾に分裂し近くの敵を攻撃します。さらに元素スキルと同じく元素変化を起こすこともできます。
かっこいい。さすが火力の集いの最強戦士って感じですね。
とんでもない能力を持ってます。
The Ectomosaurus, Ororon has the ability to rise into the air. He also has a keen sense of perception. While charging an aimed shot, Ororon will enter the Spirit Speaker state, allowing him to extract power from Natlan's graffiti and runes.
Speaking of Ororon, I was honestly super surprised by his personality. Before the 5.1 Archon quest, I thought that he looked like a stern, stoic, and harsh type of character.
It's a bit different from the Natlan characters we've met so far. He doesn't need to depend on the Night Soul's Blessing state to gain Night Soul points, and he can maintain the Night Soul's Blessing state even while he's off-field.
Ah, that does sound different from the other Natlan characters. So how do his abilities work?
Let me start by explaining how Ororon gains Night Soul points. This can happen in multiple ways. For example, Ororon can gain Night Soul points when one of his party members triggers a Night Soul burst. He can also gain them when other party members deal Hydro or Electro attacks to enemies after Ororon unleashes his Elemental skill.
Oh, then it sounds like he works well with Hydro and Electro characters.
Yep. And in combat, when enemies take damage from electro-charged reactions or other party members deal Night Soul aligned damage, Ororon can consume Night Soul points to enter the Night Soul's Blessing state and trigger the Hypersense effect, dealing electro damage.
Oh, I see. So you need to pair him with the right characters if you want him to gain Night Soul points, enter the Night Soul's Blessing state, and trigger the effect.
Exactly. Though I should mention that Ororon doesn't need to be on the field to trigger the Hypersense effect.
Wait, he can trigger it even while he's off-field? That sounds really useful.
Totally. His Elemental Burst provides a convenient way to deal damage and support your party. Ororon performs an ancient reach roll with his burst to summon a supersonic Oculus, which taunts nearby enemies to draw them in. Once they're up close, the Oculus releases a sound wave to deal damage.
That should be great for crowd control.
Yes! With Ororon in your party, dealing with large groups of enemies should be a lot easier. And speaking of making things easier, Ororon can also improve the exploration experience by boosting the gliding speed of your characters.
Awesome!
Ororon really cherishes his friends. With a little teamwork on his side, I'm sure victory will always be within reach.